But that being said, we're going to get into the first topic of the night, and that is the Chucky TV show. The Chucky TV show, which I believe is supposed to come out at some point in time this year, and the ramifications of what it could have on other horror icons coming to TV. Yo, what's going on, Seth? How you doing, man? But like, what I mean is, like, we already have a couple horror franchises that have already sort of had their own shows. Like, we've had Ash vs. Evil Dead from the Evil Dead franchise. Yo, Jenny, what is going on? Coming in with the legality. How are you doing? Holy shit. I made my stream just like fucking put on the little transition shit. What's going on, Jenny? How you doing, man? Yeah, gamer. I mean, that's what I'm getting to. Because we already had Norman Bates in his own show. We've had Ghostface in his own show. Scream. We got the official, actual Ghostface costume in season 3, as horrible as it was. We have gotten Ash vs. Evil Dead. We have gotten the original, Friday the 13th series in Freddy's Nightmares. But I'm thinking, like, those Freddy's Nightmares and Friday the 13th, we don't really count those as pretty much in today's standards of TV shows because they were throwaways. They were just used to cash in to try to get people to fucking buy merchandise or fucking... It didn't really have, like Friday the 13th, in their case, it didn't have anything to do with the Friday the 13th movies. I doubt they're even in the same canon. But fucking... Oh! Fucking shit, Nick. But with the Chucky TV show, knowing where they could take the Chucky TV show and the ramifications, because I mean, as we look at Ghostface, as we look at Ash vs. Evil Dead, as we look at Bates Motel, we got Norman Bates, who's fairly iconic in the horror genre. Not as much as Chucky, I would say. I mean, he's had his own franchise, but as recognizable, nah. I would not say anywhere near Norman Bates is as recognizable as Chucky. Do you still agree with the idea on there being more episodes of people getting more Chucks? Yes. I believe the season for Child's Play, or Chucky now that it's called, is going to revolve around multiple different Chucky dolls going to various spots, telling their own isolated stories, with a wraparound at the end with Andy Barkley hunting them down. That's how I think it's going to fucking work out. But yeah, like, and when you think of Clarice getting her, that's another one.
You better speak up. Oh, must be my deaf ear.
Like, Clarice getting her own show is also another one. But what I'm looking at, like, I'm looking at icons of horror in general. Like, not necessarily, Ash is an icon of horror, but he's a hero of horror. And Evil Dead doesn't have any just one fucking... But what I mean, like, Ash is the most recognizable face of Evil Dead. So, therefore, it's going to be very simple to build a TV show around him. And I think Ash versus Evil Dead is what ultimately led to Chucky coming to Chucky coming to TV. I mean, we also had the Purge TV show. Sorry, excuse me. I had a peanut butter cake and now it's in the throat. But yeah, like, fucking what I'm looking at is now with Chucky getting his own show, that going to be premiering sometime this year. What does that mean for other horror icons? And I mean by horror icons, horror villains. Like, we know Jason was going to get his own show before the lawsuit unplugged it. We know there is a possibility, and people were looking in to the ideas of Freddy Krueger getting his own show again. Halloween, there was ideas kicking around of a Halloween TV show. There's very many ideas of what could possibly be coming if Chucky is a success. Now, the first thing that comes to mind for me is if Chucky can build on the lore the same way Ash vs. Evil Dead built on the lore for the Evil Dead franchise, that would be very good. Like, very great to like fucking do. But who else could they possibly bring in as a TV show too? Especially now. And knowing that Sci-Fi is doing Chucky, who do we know on Sci-Fi that could possibly they do a TV show on? My money's on Leprechaun. Leprechaun movies, you don't really need to do because the movie runs too long. The Leprechaun gets stale after a bit, especially without Warwick Davis in the role. I mean, the new guy that they got was serviceable, but he's not Warwick Davis. And you want to show as little as possible. What I think they should probably do after Chucky, if Chucky is a success, give us a Leprechaun TV show. Show us the origins of the Leprechaun or go fucking throughout history, many different Leprechauns. Like, that's probably what I wouldn't mind. I would love to see them build on the lore of Leprechaun. The only other horror villain that I would like to see is the Djinn from Wishmaster. If they did a show on that, I would be all in. I would be all for it. Seth says, I'm really excited for the Chucky TV series because they said it's going to be scarier than ever. They're going to say that regardless. Every horror TV show is going to say exactly how, this is the scariest you ever are going to see this person. The thing to get excited about with this TV show, much like you should have gotten excited if you're an Evil Dead fan of Ash vs. Evil Dead, is them bringing all the people back from the films. You got Brad Dourif coming back as Chucky. You got I believe Jennifer Tilly's coming back as Tiffany. You got the actor Alex Vincent coming back as Andy Barkley. You have all the major players all coming back. And they're going to tell all of these stories. And I have a feeling it's going to be anthology style with just one main plot. Think of it as Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt, you start with the Crypt Keeper, you end with the Crypt Keeper, but there's a story in between. I have a feeling that the Chucky TV show is going to start with Andy and Chucky, their story, and then go off into a different story of another Chucky doll, possibly going somewhere else, killing or getting killed, and then at the end of the episode, we wrap around to Andy possibly hunting down these other dolls that Chucky has put out there. Because, I mean, we know that Chucky's original head is with Andy Barkley, and that's likely going to be the major driving story arc of Andy Barkley as this, at least season 1 goes in, because you can't sustain this show for a long time just doing that. So you do have to branch out at some point. Nick says they had a Friday the 13th series and Jason's Mask also almost made it into the series. That is rumored. That it almost made it into the series, but would have just been lip service, really, fan service. There was no connection or correlation of the TV show to the movies at all, outside of maybe a couple of people from the production that worked on the films, worked on the TV show. Other than that, there's no real connection. Maniac says Chucky's head has seen better days. Seth says, do you think we will see that one kid from Child's Play 3 in the TV series? I'm assuming you mean what the hell was his name? The one that Chucky was trying to possess in Child's Play 3. I forgot his name. It escapes me right now. But I assume, yes, you probably will see him at some point. If not this season, then the next. Nick says, I still think seeing Jason Shelley's mask make it into the OG series would have been awesome. It would have, but also at the same time, the whole premise behind the Friday the 13th TV series was that all of the objects within the store were cursed. Jason's mask is not cursed. Jason's mask was stolen from someone else. So it has no magical significance of any kind to anyone. The fact that they might have tried to make it that way is pushing it. It makes no sense. Oh man, but what do you guys think? What do you guys think? How do you think that the Chucky TV show will actually spark another renaissance in horror to actually bringing icons like Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees at some point to the small screen, to TV, to streaming, to any of that? Because I mean, look at Shudder. We got Shudder now that's doing TV shows. They're doing Creepshow, which we're going to get into in a little bit. That would be a bit contrasting in terms of tone if Jason went on to the Friday. Yeah, it would be. Gamer says, I think it will. I mean, if we could get, because I mean, we're gonna talk about Scream tomorrow. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. But you look at the Scream TV show. Fucking, if they would have did that correctly, because they got the original Ghostface voice to come back, they got the costume right. Their story was just terrible. If they would have wrote that a bit better and fucking got the acting a little bit more on point, that season 3 could have had so much more potential than what they actually ran with. Yo, what's going on, Ranger? Seth says, I think it will and won't at the same time. I personally, I would love it for that to be the case. What about a Wrong Turn TV show based on the inbred family? Like the 3 brothers from the first movie. Like, or not even that. Fucking, like, what if we got a House of a Thousand Corpses TV show? Get Rob Zombie on it, get a House of a Thousand Corpses TV show. Of course, you have to recast everybody because you're not going to get, I mean, you can get Bill Moseley on it, but you're going to want a younger version of Otis and showing how the House of a Thousand Corpses is built out. There's many shows that you could do, like, based around that. Like, especially with horror streaming services like Shudder. That could work for some because I don't want a Jason series to be like a straight up Scream MTV. Yeah. And the fact that the Friday the 13th TV show that they were going to do with Jason was going to be on the CW was not a good thing. It was not. There's no way it was going to. Now, granted, CW can get away with things. For anybody that's watched Supernatural, CW can most certainly get away with some shit, but not a whole lot. Not something that constitutes Friday the 13th, like with as gory as it's known for being. There's no way. I would have probably preferred Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon, something, one of those, like where they can literally cut loose, they have no censors, and they're able to move forward like that. Maniac says, I am cautiously optimistic, JG. Maybe like made for TV style, like The Stand, the 90s version. Maybe. Oh, man. The look for the unmade Jason, though, JG, it did look good. Don't get me wrong. Jason, for the CW show that they were trying to do, did look good. But it's CW. It's network television. there's not a lot of wiggle room. If it was on a cable network, absolutely. If they're doing like how Chucky is doing, because there's some people that don't know, Chucky's airing on 2 different networks. And one of them is going to be censored, the other one is going to be uncensored, which I believe Sci-Fi is going to be airing the uncensored version. USA is going to be airing the censored version. So you're going to get 2 versions of the Chucky TV show. If they did something like that, where they aired a censored version of Friday the 13th, the TV series, on CW, and they gave us something somewhere else where it's uncensored, I'm there. I'm absolutely 100% there. But if it's just a censored version, I don't have much hope in it. Look at Scream. Look how censored Scream was just being on VH1. Look at season 3. It looked like someone cut its balls off. Like it was bad. It was very bad. Is it JG Dark show? Oh man, stop it, Seth. Stop it. Oh man, but yeah, like fucking with this, as with every topic that we talk about, the conversation does not have to end there. Make sure you carry on the conversations in Discord as we continue to discuss this and many, many, many other things. But we're going to get to the next topic. If you guys have anything else you want to add to this one, make sure hit me up on Discord, or wait for the video of this particular portion of the stream to pop up on YouTube, and keep the comments going in the chat on there.